Day 30 of 30-day challenge. Today, I give you a brief timeline of my experience in the hospital spanning from 2023 to 2024. Saludos, mis amores. Bienvenidos a Planeta Karma. Soy yo, Agente Carmelite, la Madre Galáctica. Salutations, my loves. Welcome to Planet Karma. It is I, Agent Carmelite, the Mother Galactic. On February the 6th of 2023, I survived an incident and was found face down in the snow. Since then, I've been on a tremendous journey of rehabilitation and rejuvenation. I endured a 13-hour surgery to repair a fracture in my fourth cervical vertebrae. To say the least, it was a huge pain in the neck. I prefer to take things day by day. Since I'm a wheelchair user, I can't really take things step by step. One time, I was having a manic episode, and my girlfriend told me to stop tripping. I kindly reminded her that I can't even walk, let alone trip. Visit my profile for more information on how to support. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Where to begin? I'm going to start and we'll fill in the gaps. Right now, I am celebrating how much of a learning process it has been to find my path along this 30-day challenge. With the bullseye method, I need to remember that I am doing this for myself as a way to find my purpose, as a way to do something, as a way to connect with all of you. I was found with a broken neck, according to the nurse that was waiting with me to get my initial CT scan. I was talking. Can you believe that? I had a fracture in my fourth cervical vertebrae, yet I was still talking. What they say is 345 to stay alive. I have a C4 and complete spinal cord injury. Okay, so there's the brain. And when you think something, neuroscience happens, and the thought is transmitted from your brain and that travels through your spinal cord and communicates to your extremities. Everything you can think of, from lifting a cup of water to wiggling your toes to shivering, it is the body's telecommunication highway. This is also the method in which your body communicates to your brain. It alerts you of sensation, both good and bad. It lets you know when you are being tickled, for example. It lets you know when you are too cold or too hot. And even those things like um, they all communicate the physiological craving for food. I am a nerd, and so Greek mythology alert. Uh, from the base of the neck until the tailbone, your spine begins with the cervical spine. C1 is called Atlas because it holds up the entire cranium, the brain, the world of the body. So I think that is so cool that the spinal column is kind of like an interstate. That as you travel from your neck to your shoulders, each vertebrae protects nerve endings that travel to your extremities. 3, 4, 5 to stay alive. What happens is the third and fourth cervical vertebrae is that is where the nerve endings that communicate with your heart and your lungs connect to your brain. So therefore, if you're somebody that has ever broken your neck uh, higher than C1 or C2, it's a miracle that you're alive. If I may, my peer mentor here in Omaha, her name is Tiffany Pearson. She has an injury that is located even higher than mine. Every day, she is my inspiration. When I encounter an inconvenience, I take a breath. I have to embrace the suck. I do it for her. I want to tell you something right now. Life is not about luck, it's about miracles. Things that cannot be explained. Whatever. So there I am, broken neck, and the 13-hour surgery has to begin. I lay there on my back. They make an incision from ear to ear along my neck, and then they divert my esophagus and airways so they can get to the fracture, which is essentially near my Adam's apple area. Dr. Borge, my neurosurgeon, then had to meticulously remove the musculature and nerve endings to get to the fourth vertebrae. What the hell? I don't care who you are, but God was present with me in that moment. She had to have been. I'm laying there cut open, and this man with countless teams of nurses and technicians was fixing me. They clean up the fracture and have to insert surgical steel on the inside to reinforce the fracture. Like what? How did they do that? How do they get in there? How do they create the stability bridge? I have a neck fusion for my third cervical vertebrae, my fourth cervical vertebrae, my fifth cervical vertebrae onto my sixth cervical vertebrae. But that is only the first part of the surgery. I wonder what those screws look like. I wish I had a video of the surgery. So once they're done with the front of me, they strap me to the initial operating bed and prepare to roll me onto my stomach, onto the second operating bed. I want to envision this like some sort of Cirque du Soleil, the head over heels situation, kind of like a Leonardo da Vinci technology. But once I'm on my stomach, they have to make an incision at the base of my neck. To finish the second part of the surgery, I still try to process going through that. Just laying there. Crazy. Thank you all for making it this far. This is my project, so I must stand in my authority. Breathe. Hail, Holy Queen, our light, our sweetness, and our hope. To thee do we cry, poor banished children of Eve, mourning and weeping in this valley of tears. Turn then, most gracious advocate, thine eyes of mercy unto us, and after this our exile. Show unto us the blessed fruit of thy womb, Jesus. O clement, O loving, O sweet, holy Virgin Mary. Amen. This content distribution is a vehicle meant to proliferate the launch of secret kindness tactical strategies, aka skits. This guerrilla marketing campaign is inspired by the work of Agent Mama Beast, author of Secret Kindness Agents. For information on how you can enact activism and iconoclastic radicalism via visibility and advocacy, contact me to join this Special Operations Force and United Front. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Adiós, mis queridos. Despidiéndome soy yo, Agente Carmelite, la Madre Galáctica, acordándoles que Karma los ama. I bid you adieu, my love. Signing out, it is I, Agent Carmelite, the Mother Galactic, here to remind you all that Karma loves you. Show grid. Shh. Press 100. Press 100.